Hey, welcome back to Streamline Entertainment. It's your boy Marvin. We're going to be getting straight into a video, which is from the Vice. It's quite an old one, but I thought it was quite sort of a deep video of Sasha Grey getting into the porn industry and why she actually got into it. It is quite deep, sometimes sad in a way, but let's get straight to it. I will pause the video sometimes to make comments.
It's not going to matter what magazine says about me. It's not going to matter what TV show says I'm a bad influence on youth. It's really about continuing to just follow my dreams and passions and be myself and share my voice. I was in college and I was working 6-7 days a week, and if I was by myself not studying, I was probably watching porn. And it was like, yeah, I like it and yeah, I can get off, but I felt like there was a creative component missing, and I also had, different ideas of what sex was, and I felt sick. You know what I mean? I felt sick to my stomach. I'm like, yeah, I'm not supposed to think this way. I was the oldest out of all my friends to lose their virginity. I was 16 and a half. I know that's funny, but I was a senior in high school. I kind of had this very male-driven mentality, I don't want to love a boy to have sex with him, but at the same time I was so conflicted internally. I didn't know, how do I go about doing that and just feel safe and feel like I'm in control. So for me, getting into business was a way to continue exploring those things safely, but then also I kind of just had this awakening, and I started to really understand the sexual revolution that I so idealized.
Sounds like to me she was looking for something that was a little bit different. I think she fantasized a lot of things as well. I don't know what a relationship like with her parents at the end of the day, but I can't imagine it being that good. I just can't, from what she's just saying in the early conversation.
It doesn't matter what you say to your parents. No parent wants their kid doing porn. I didn't tell them until I had been here for 2 weeks, because I want to get down there, get started, and then tell them. And my mom is Catholic, so that's where the guilt comes from. And my dad was just like, follow your goals and don't fuck up. And it was all in the subtext, I'm gonna be really fucking disappointed if you fuck up and do something stupid and make the wrong mistakes. I showed a series of photos to my literary agent in 2007, and I had been taking photographs on set, just document my environment each day. They were just for me to look back on when I was older. For me, it was about self-examination in these self-portraits. Some of them look more like a documentary style photo, but they were completely conceived of. And it's funny because you could say no, that's totally candid, right? No, it's not. Or this totally looks like something post-sex. No, it's not. I think what for me is kind of important is that it leaves people guessing. I think it shows misconceptions about the adult industry that don't apply to everybody.
Seeing her there in these pictures, when you really look hard, is almost you could see her going into a world of confusion, lust, love for the job, hate for the job. It is kind of overpowering how people sort of can do it for so long and see it as just a job and a bit of fun. I think it can distort the mind in bad ways if you can't see what it can do over the long run. You know, maybe she has got a boyfriend. I know she's changed her life around now at the end of the day, but I just wanted to sort of understand her mindset in why did she do it at the end of the day. Yes, there's a little bit of excitement to it at the end of the day, but there's also danger as well, mentally and physically.
Right now, I'm really focusing on proving myself as an actor. So while going out and looking for roles, the thing that keeps me really going and driven and motivated is when I'm not working, because that's when you want it the most, and that's when you're hungry, and that's when you want to like stand up and fucking scream and say, I can do this. So my friend and our writing partner Anthony is coming into town today, and we're gonna have a 3-day writing workshop. So it's really about like creating opportunities for myself. 2006, our band Atelestany started making music, and we ended up putting it on MySpace without my name. People liked it, so we're like, well, okay, what happens when we put Sasha Grey as part of it? And of course, that helped us get our deal with Pendu and Deus. I can't sing, but I sing. I can't play a cool Sabbath song on guitar, but I play guitar. You know what I mean?
The thing is, I've said it before, I've done a few Sasha Grey videos, is that she's quite talented in some ways, but sometimes smart people use their intelligence to sometimes make quick money, or it's a way to get them from A to B. I think it did, even though she's out the game now, I think it did affect her in so many different ways. At the end of the day, she said it affected relationships, men getting jealous of what she does and couldn't handle it. It must be an awful position to be in, but you know, you've got to want to put yourself in that position. But I think sometimes you do wake up when you come out with it and still reality that I want a normal life. She said her mum was Catholic and her dad was pretty easygoing, but it sounds like to me she knew right from wrong but wanted to still do it anyway.
It's just pure fun, and it became really cathartic. I love Throbbing Gristle, Current 93, Joy Division, Parliament Funkadelic, NWA. This is what I played this morning before you guys came. Oh yeah, this one's really good. It's a live Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. I'm pretty sure somebody did cocaine off of the back of this, because there are literally razor marks in the back of this. Yeah. Thank you for watching Granada Television. Without further ado, oh wait, sorry, this is Vice, right? I don't think this guy needs an introduction. This is Dave Cho.
How do you guys know each other?
That actually involves our friend over there.
James wanted.
Sorry, Mr. Cho is absolutely crazy. He is a funny guy. Very unique personality, very out there at the end of the day. Tends not to take life too seriously, but he is a funny guy. I've seen a lot of interviews in him, not a lot of shows. So it's not surprising that Sasha Grey and Cho know each other.
to paint me because he liked my work.
Your work? That's a very interesting.
It's a very diverse body of work.
I went out with Sasha once and to the Machete premiere, and so every single person was like, "Hey, I love your work in Entourage," and I was like, "Wait." I was like, "Wait, so what did they say before you were in like movies and TV shows?" And they're like, "Oh, I love your work."
People like they want to say it, but they're so polite about it. Because I look like I'll kick someone's ass.
I have a radio station upstairs, so we'll do like a legit, we'll do like a real interview. This is a radio show that I have that's broadcast to nowhere. You'll probably hear this after the world's exploded, but so is it true, this whole journey, you know, you're very determined. You knew at a very young age, porn, this is what I want to do, and you said I wasn't going to do it forever, then you got out, then you're doing movies, TV shows. The bottom line for all of this is, tell me if this is true, you're working, doing all this stuff to ultimately own a blow dry salon in Las Vegas? Is that true? That's the golden.
That was my master plan.
That's the golden pot at the end of the rainbow.
Yes. Because all I care about is hair.
Probably one of the best painters I know, James Jean. We were painting her naked in Highland Park, and you were rocking a pretty big bush back then.
Still am.
You brought that back, right?
I don't know if I single-handedly brought it back.
I think a lot of your appeal is that you look like such a nice girl that could be like a model for Victoria's Secret or something, and then, you know, you always imagine.
Without the boobs.
You got nice boobs.
Oh, I like my boobs.
I mean, you don't look like most porn stars, basically. And you were doing like super like violent.
It's very true. Obviously when she's dressed up, she does, but when she's like this, she just looks like any sort of normal, well, I wouldn't say normal because she's an attractive, but sort of normal everyday girl that does well for herself, woman should I say, that does well for herself, well balanced, happy in life at the end of the day. I think she's a lot, I've done basically the videos and other models as well that are still in the porn business, but she's a lot stronger than most at the end of the day. I think she's still a little bit crazy mind-wise in what she does, but it doesn't seem to affect her at the end of the day, unless she hides it well. Sometimes you don't know what people are thinking.
Violent, crazy shit.
See, violence is the way you like to put it.
I don't know, how would you put it at?
No, I mean, I don't think I feel the way you feel. And I think a lot of people expect
Some of your movies were like borderline snuff films. I think. This is the mask I wore in Coachella for Dee Antwoord's American debut.
Oh! My head's bigger than Dave's. Oh. Shut up!
Now that you're not doing porn, do you have like do you feel like there's something missing? Like you still wanna, you're like, damn, I used to like do like fucking gangbangs and all this shit, and now.
No, I think it's more about a new way of discovering sex because there's no camera there, and I think you get so used to having a camera watching you, and that's part of what makes it exciting. So now it's about like finding out ways to make it that exciting.
What are these ways?
Wow, but there's only, the thing is, with reality, there's only so much excitement you can have. Being in that world, the porn world, it's scripted a little bit. Yes, it may be fun for her saying that at the moment, but it's not real. So to come out of it and still look for that hype, it's not normal life. You have to basically appreciate your partner, fall in love, yes, have a great sex life at the end of the day, but there's a difference between real and not real and looking for something that's not there at the end of the day, because we can't just look at the opposite sex as just a sex buddy or someone that's we're going to use for one thing. Life doesn't work like that, and it doesn't last long either. in that scenario.
It's less. It's
Explain. I want to know these ways.
It's less about like exactly what you're doing, and more about the like the adrenaline rush that you get.
Has it had a real negative effect for what you want to do now? Because there's pretty much, I mean, people compare like, oh, it's Sasha and Jenna Jameson are the two that like made it out of this like, but you know, yeah, the internet exists and that will stay with you forever. So you are trying out for like mainstream movies and TV shows. Has that like caught up to you to the point where like people say fucked up shit to you? And
no, nobody will ever say anything to your face. I think right now it's about proving that I'm not just lucky.
Right.
Because I think that's the way a lot of people just perceive it, as like, she's lucky. She got these chances, and any porn star could have done it. So it's about proving that I can go way, way, way beyond that. I mean, sex and money are like the two oldest professions, and they've always been part of society. They've always been part of art in a huge way.
I understand what she's saying, but I can definitely see where she, you know, I look at both sides, where she's coming from at the end of the day. I think I'd say 85% she would regret what she's done. It seems that she's manifested what she wanted to do. I do think that it's affected mentally, that she doesn't always see it could affect her in the long run in having a relationship at the end of the day. What kind of guy? It's going to have to be someone who's going to keep up with her as well at the end of the day. As she said that she's very, very sexual active at the end of the day. So there's a lot of questions you have to ask at the end of the day. But I do think, listening to her, even though she is intelligent at the end of the day, there is a mental side which she can't seem to see the faults in what she was doing at the end of the day, and that does become worrying, especially, you know, if you want a relationship with a kind of woman like this that has been in the game. She is doing really well now. I did say at the end that I admire her for that, for changing her life around, but the consequences.
Even before a video or even before films.
anything else you want to say about whores or married sex life?
Your
porn?
blanket looks like it came out of a crack den.
Yeah.
I don't know where you got this thing.
This is my spot right here.
You just want to put a blanket over
That's my glory hole. That's like, you know, I don't like to be touched during sex. I need to be under a lot of fabric. That's my weird shit that I'm into.
You'd probably like latex then.
Yeah, I like latex. I like masks. I like hiding.
That's fun.
Hit it as hard as you can.
On April the 7th, just a great issue a statement to her fans. It becomes quite evident that my time in the adult film performer has expired. Don't worry, I haven't found Jesus. It was simply the perfect time for me to move on while I was on top. Pun indeed intended. Drumming. Wow, that was the statement she put out, obviously, when she retired some years ago from that industry. Very, very interesting video at the end of the day. And I think it's smart for us to understand the life of sometimes what both male and female, what they actually go into and why they do it at the end of the day. But I do think there's detrimental mental scar. Even if Sasha doesn't want to see it, you can just see it at the end of the day. It's just the way they talk about sex and what they used to do as though it's nothing, you know, and that's worrying in itself. But I suppose that's the life she lived, and she enjoyed what she did. That's the end of the video anyway. Don't forget to subscribe to Streamline Entertainment and leave your comments. I thought it was an interesting video on someone's life, and I hope Sasha Grey can find peace in whatever she wants to do. Thank you for the old subscribers and the new subscribers. Take care. Bye.